afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're here an exciting 1v1 on Holotny Farmer Winter, and we've got some interesting startups here. We've got NKVD rifle disruption tactics from Katyusha here, fighting for the Soviet Union, for the glory of Comrade Stalin, and the 5th Mechanized Corps here, tasked with clearing out this area, being held here under command of Steammachine, fighting here for Deutschland, for the Reich, for the Sperrverbande. Wilhelm, and he's already got an Ostrom there, so both players have been choosing doctrines immediately right off the bat. Bulletins-wise, he's got one infantry and one with MG bulletins all the way. So definitely a bit of a different start up there. We've got plenty of concept, but at the same time we've also got plenty of Ostrom here for Steammachine, rapidly securing territory here for the glory of the Reich, building up a defensive line to hold back the Russian hordes. But we are Russians too, not me. I'm Ukrainian. Shut up, no one likes you anyway. We got points here being secured. Good bit of barbed wire there to cover the truck. Ostrom heading northwards here. He's sort of spreading out a bit much. In fact, I feel it might be a bit too much from Steammachine in particular, since now the focus is around the fuel point, at least not the northern, which you expect there to be there. For example, rush one unit here and then hold a unit here. But instead heading southwards, but overall again, there's no focus. It's just sort of, spreading out a bit too thin, which is overall not something you want to do with Ostrom. I'm not saying you should, hold them up, but usually want them to sort of be able to support each other. That's really the problem here at the moment. The Ostrom, the different units, can't really support each other, which does leave Steammachine in a bit of an awkward position if he's not careful, and Katyusha, for example, just delivers a potent strike. Got Ostrom there advancing. We got a infantry company going up there, so they're interesting there as well, just rapidly rushing up this Ostrom, and again to rapidly grab, then following the infantry company. And scouts engagement here between the Ostrom and engineers. Not quite working out. Same time going here with the cut point, getting behind the conscripts here. Well executed. A bit of aggressive play there, holding up the fuel point. Inside the building, I do believe they are still bugged inside buildings, so not necessarily the most well-working thing there, but overall rather interesting. Very aggressive Ostrom play. All of a sudden their Steammachine suddenly turning the tables. Aha, mein Freund, I bet you were not expecting this. As he drinks down a large lager of German beer safely in his command post. There you go, conscripts charging in there against the Ostrom. More units moving in from the north here. Ostrom sitting up to deal with the point. There we got an MD-42 then, I believe, yes, following up here for Steammachine. And there we go. Ostrom forced away here. His initial push, while bold, of course, rather fails rather quickly once countered with a quick counter attack from the conscripts. So, I mean, again, bold but risky, and certainly also quickly dealt with. I mean, that regard, it's not the most sort of difficult thing to counter, and overall you're not expecting to sort of hold territory with it. With that kind of play, you're just hoping to disrupt your opponent, delay fuel, and overall throw him off a bit his game. MD-42 sending him around the centre, it would seem. Troops enforcing. Already got a tech up here by Steammachine, by the way. Already a tech up. Not entirely sure I'd go for 3 Ostrom and then only 1 MD-42. I mean, generally I would suggest 3 Ostrom, 2 MD-42s at the very least, sort of, back them up. Also have a bit more with territorial control. In particular, the way here the Steammachine is playing rather spread out with them, which again is not what I'd recommend myself personally. And again, here we go, just basically rushing them ahead very boldly, very aggressively. MD-42 holding up. Pioneers on the building as the Ostrom northwards are sent running back to the Kampfgruppe headquarters. Hauptquartier. And there you go, Conscript getting caught by the MD-42 getting to the building. Caught in a very bad position there and forced off the field. The other unit close being suppressed, but doesn't quite happen. Special Rifle Command up here. By the way, for Katyusha, we're getting a scout car there, the M3A1, sent out from Lease stocks. And the Russians did receive quite a bit of equipment from the Americans and other things there in form of Lease. In fact, the vast majority of it was actually sort of things like transport equipment, trucks, trains, half-tracks, scout cars were sort of delivered as well there. Food was also delivered in larger quantities, alongside, I believe, boots. So sort of a lot of interesting things there. Tanks and aircraft, not so many. I mean, again, there's mostly sort of logistical stuff that was actually supplied there in Mars to the Soviets. Conscripts rushing up here, Ostrom holding about. Conscripts units bringing from the north. Also got an officer. My god, someone actually using the officer? What madness is this? Next he'll use trenches. And what's holding the building, got the MG40 up. The only cover it has is a tree stump. On off Fritz, I think we should relocate to that bigger tree. Nein, this tree stump is a fortress of the Reich. I think he's been reading a bit too much Mein Kampf there. We got Ostrom Alpha moving up to support, concentrating a bit of beating there for the MG42. Tank through the windows and other bits. They're going here for the victory point as well. Overall, bit of sort of mixed mess here in terms of map control for both players. We actually got few both being out for both players. But there we go. Strafniki also as well here for the mechanized corps. Quickly let out into the scout can rush forward for the flamethrower and SVT-40s. Constantly taking a bit of bean there for the Ostrom. The Ostrom also only taking a bit of a handful of fire and lead in their faces. Looks like they managed to push back here under the brilliant leadership of the officer. Take up his done, but so far nothing there. He's actually getting a mortar. No, he cancelled it. He cancelled it. Again, I would say he might benefit actually now from going for the light mechanized company or another MG42 earlier, but there you go. Still Ostrom officer MG42. Might just work a bit. The troops there hanging about. We got anti-tank grenades on the way. Looks like Katyusha is predicting his, trying to predict his opponent's move, which apparently involves in a vehicle or something like that. Ostrom reinforcing. Moving here. Holding on both viewpoints, but not this one connected. So in that regard, Steammachine is not able to, for example, quickly build up a larger fuel advantage. Just a minor one. Scout they're rushing here. Ostrom quick to vacate the building as the curtains are lit on fire. Like to make a nice company almost done there. There you go, engineers versus officer. Officer leading the way. Contractors. Oh dear, he got killed, but still, I mean, it's pretty interesting to see someone not only use the officer, but actually use the contracted fire ability, which is also something I feel a lot of players tend to neglect using. So pretty nice to see there as well. But now, both viewpoints out of the hands of the Steammachine. Nicht gut. Like to make a nice company up. He could go for a scout car half-track. Panzergrenadier, but there you go. 2-2-1 on the way. Should be of good use. Should be of good use. He's also got a bit of munitions there. Could consider laying down some mines here and there. For example, a Telemann in the right place could do quite a bit there versus a vehicle or say a tank rush if that was to happen from Katyusha. Getting field infirmary in there. So you're not looking at a tank rush at the moment. Though that could still easily change within minutes, particularly now that he's getting both fuel points. He's all of a sudden getting a lot of fuel there, which could easily then quickly allow for a Soviet armoured rush there. 2-1 arriving. Like going to get upgrade. There we go. Can see it there, the 2-2-2 upgrade. There is the Kampfwagenkanone being mounted. Larger construct coming in. Then we got sort of both players playing a bit fluidly here. They've got sort of some strong points at least. We've got, oh, holy moly, he's actually building trenches. My God. So officers, Ostrom, contrary fire, and trenches. Madness. Or at least something rather different. Scout Care trying to get support up north, but there you go, he's basically fortifying the centre here, creating a strong point with trenches and MG in the building. Lots of suffer there for Steammachine as one Ostrom unit did not make it back there to the outputs here. Panzergrenadier here following up for Steammachine. Obviously with the Ostrom leading the way, Pioneers falling back. Might be able to get the M3A1 here, plays his cards correctly. Constantly up there. Barely avoids the minefield. No one's in the trench though, at the moment. And then again, concentrated fire. I mean, really on the spot with it every single damn time. And also now, of course, Ostrom do also benefit from it, which overall then, of course, makes them a bit more lethal as well. There we go, holding up the trench. Probably also a lot more comfortable than standing out in the bloody open. Not really quite working out there. But there you go, first Panzergrenadier unit here for Steammachine. Elements of a Panzergrenadier division mobilized. M3A1 here charging forwards. Officer needs to get the hell out of there. Burned away horribly. Oh dear, lost the entire officer unit. Pioneers closing. But looks like he's about to pull a bit of a bold, risky move here. Panzerfaust off. And there we go. Got the scout car, almost half the Strafnikis. Well, 2-2-2 here, needs to be a bit careful, but still getting off some good damage as well. At the Strafniki retreat there, he might have been able to catch them on retreat and actually knock them out there with his scout car. Needs to get back in the north here, get some Ostrom on that. Panzergrenadier moving forwards. Sturmgewehr in hand. Ooh, anti-tank grenade here. Panzer taking quite a bit of damage here though. Might in fact get wiped if he's not careful, in fact having a negative cover. And there we go. Barely made it out of that one alive. But Katyusha has, with these bold moves, actually managed to sort of cement a good grasp on the map at the moment. Actually going here for a armor rush now. All of a sudden, again, both viewpoints there suddenly changes the dynamics of the balance between the two players here to sort of rapidly allow him to sort of get some armor out. And of course, I mean, question is, of course, is Steammachine realizing this, of course? I mean, that certainly tends to be sort of, you know, more foregone conclusion. If your opponent has both viewpoints, unless he's a complete fool, he's going to rush for armor if he knows what he's doing. Pack 40 there on the way, so it looks like his Steammachine is realizing that might just be what's happening. No, he cancels it. Goes for more Panzer Grenadiers now. That's pretty extraordinary. He must be feeling pretty confident, but in this case, from our perspective, of course, it's a bit silly. Of course, I have to see how it actually works out there for Steammachine and the Reich and the Speerverbanden. Large empty push here. Using the Blizzard actually to creep out is not a bad idea, of course. I mean, in the Blizzard, the line of sight here is much more limited, even with the building one way, so it does get a better chance of creeping out. If he only had more subs, he could probably clear out the building there. Though, of course, from Steammachine's perspective, he most likely has, so he gets out of there. He's not taking any chances with Katyusha here, though Katyusha has all the upgrades except for that one. So, a little fun fact there. Scout Car, Panzer Grenadier here, second unit arriving. Going here for the Scout Car, but punishing casualty. Oh, good lord, he could have some excessive losses. In fact, one unit almost wiped. There we go, wiped out. Second country support was almost paid with its life in service of the motherland. Panzer is definitely getting some good kills. They did get the Scout Car, but the question is, of course, is it worth those infantry losses? He just suffered. Engineers actually charging forward. Strange to the change. We've got Panzer moving up here. Already Dimitri and Boris suffered as he tried to get in. There we go. The trenches do protect, but not so much. In particular, not when the opponent can look down the trench and shoot down. So there we go. Another unit wiped out. Now, the scales are tilting once more in favour, or tipping in favour of Steammachine. There goes something, but straight in front of two Panzer Grenadier units. That is, yeah, suicidal, in particular, negative cover there. He should have retreated much sooner instead, though. Another loss. He's getting attacked, though, but really this has given Steammachine right now a bit of a lead there, and certainly a tank might not be able to quite so easily dent that. And of course, with two Panzer Squads, he can also full track to quickly get a pair of Panzer Strikes, and particularly he's got the munition to sort of at least initially sort of walk them off. He should get that Panzer Grenadier, though, back for some reinforcement already. It's not looking too good. Officer here down south, dealing with some conscripts. Getting back to the fuel point now, finally. Been a bit slower there. And there we go, Techcom as well here from Steammachine. Quite some heavy fighting there from both players so far. Engineers moving up with minesweepers northwards. Conscripts here. And there we go, Ostrom forced away, almost wiped out. Almost got it, then he can sort of rush out some armor himself. Maybe an early Stuke could be an idea. There we go, T-3476 here mobilized. Ostrom here engaging. Veterancy 2. Yeah, we are slightly adequate shots here. And there we go. Nope, not a support armor corps, but first a bunker. Panzer Grenadier moving out. Might want to sort of again coordinate the two Panzer Grenadier units here for maximum communist killing. T-34 striking south here with infantry support. Good job there. Looks like we've got flamethrowers and medic bunkers up there. So that's a lot of munitions, which will delay, for example, any sort of potential Panzers. There you go, Panzer has encountered the first T-34. Pack 40 on the way here. Not sure why he's not, for example, using the Ostrom as an infantry screen here for the Panzer Grenadiers. I mean, they are a lot more bloody expendable. Instead, he's having the Panzer Grenadiers absorb fire, then sending the Ostrom out. Tactically, not the best move. I mean, you know, send in the less valuable infantry first, have the Panzers then follow up. In particular when they're Ostrom. I mean, come on. They're only Ostrom. We got a Pack 40 there on the way for Steammachine. T-34 hanging back here, interestingly. Not perhaps quite pursuing the enemy as much as he could. Pioneers moving up there versus the Engineers, and there we go, Fire versus Minesweeper. And of course in that good old game of fire versus minesweeper goes, flamethrower always wins. Always.
Standing by.
Unless your minesweeper also shoots fire, in which case you're cheating. We got Awesome here again, occupying the trench, again sort of forming up with a more defensive position. Pioneer's in trouble and wiped out. That was a bit of a reckless move there. T-34 moving in from the center, Pack 40 moving up. And, oh, he's actually getting Panzerschrecks there. Maybe he traded some fuel and actually didn't notice, but that's supposedly probably one way. Awesome took a bit of damage. We actually got some damage in the T-34-76. Concer's running in there, Panzer is opening up. Note also, by the way, he chose the unit with less experience here. A good decision there. Doesn't show, of course, this one can still keep on fighting. Oh, there we go, using contact fire with the Panzer Grenadier. Even better, even better. I mean, again, great stuff there from Steammachine. Again, a lot of players do feel neglect the officer's concentrate fire, which again does give an accuracy boost. So they're moving ahead there with both Panzer Grenadier units. Going for the cut-off point. Got some conscripts up there, we got the Panzers ready to react. One unit holding up there, maybe the Panzerschrecks are not going to do so much versus conscripts. There we go. Shit, Yuri, get out of here! We cannot shoot that many bullets even in a lifetime! There we go, forced away. And now more trenches going up, or a grave. Looking at the one man already down in the pit. Still, having a hard time here sort of controlling the fuel points. I do think Steammachine should sort of be working more towards, you know, trying to hold them. Another MD-42 maybe on the building. Bit about one in the right place can then sort of help him hold it. And now we got a defense position. We got Panzers in the trench here with Panzerschrecks. Nice combo. Got a half-track on the way now to support the T-34. So we're seeing both Panzerschrecks connect their veterans who won. Trenches absorb here most of the fight. Panzers moving up to deal with the Concerts rushing in. He still doesn't have Molotovs though, but he seems to be thinking he does. T-34 there, took a bit more of a hit there. Actually, no, Panzerschrecks missed. Say missed. I mean, of course, at these ranges, the Panzerschreck isn't, as you might notice, very accurate. So while in theory it can work, I mean, it is a bit more problematic, sort of trying to rely on sort of a long-range defense. It's better off with the Pack 40, you know, and the Pack 40 is where? Down there, apparently. You know, he could easily think moved up to support the trench position. Had he done that, he could probably have done a lot better. I mean, Panzerschrecks are notably more close-quarters weapons. So as you might have noticed then, so... But otherwise, you know, a nice idea though. By Steammachine, not bad, but overall the terrain here perhaps not quite as suited towards Panzerschrecks in a trench. Had the Pack 40 been able to support it though, it probably would have looked a lot different, because then it would make it difficult for the T-34s then to close in on the Pack 40, because the Panzerschrecks would easily been able to cover. Smoke screen down here from the officer, clever use there to cover up. And we got the AA mount now on the half track as well. Quite a little mechanized unit down there for Katyusha. But overall, again, you do note there's a bit of an issue here with Steammachine actually holding the fuel pod for any longer period of time. It's still not got a support armor crop, by the way. Or a fuel caster there to sort of try and make up for this. This could also have been a good move there for Steammachine. Incendiaries there being utilized against the occupants in the church.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And, oh dear, he's getting double Panzerschrecks here. Bit risky to put him mildly. I mean, a few good shots, that's a lot of men and munitions wasted. And he could also, of course, risk handing over quite a few Panzerschrecks there to his communist opponent. It rather depends here sort of how he handles it. We get sort of get close enough, in a sense, and all staying cover on the enemy vehicles and tanks. There you go, he's rather, in this case, I think, you know, how should we say, give it away. Oh, we finally got a Molotov up over here for Katyusha. Looks like he finally decided the time was ripe for a Molotov. Point up here being secured. Conscripts falling back. And we've got finally the support armor core going up here for Steammachine. Again, overall, I do think that's a bit of the issue here. It seems it could be potentially a larger issue for Steammachine as this game carries on. T-34 there being repaired. Pack 40, Panzerschrecks ready. A small Panzerjäger unit, yeah. And there you go, T-34 moving ahead. Strength found the Pack 40 and the Panzerschrecks. Rather risky here. I mean, he knew it was coming, so not entirely sure why he decided to go for like that. T-34 down, half to win. Ah, get out of range, get out of range. In particular, he sort of went for the point where he saw the most broadest and thus more exposed to Panzerschrecks. Not the wisest counter-attack there from Steammachine. I mean, he was able to force away the Panzergers, but that was, oh, I mean, Katyusha, but that was overall a bit senseless. And certainly right here, some support weapons might have been good for Katyusha if he's sort of gone for support weapon company here. Austin with officer support pushing up northwards, but still, there's still that one major gap. Nagafield, of course, now with the Panzergers away, things are much more exposed, and there you go, Pack 40, of course, with no screen. There's the MD-42, but not before the Pack crew goes down. So right now, Steammachine is actually all of a sudden in a bit of a nasty position, despite, having just wrecked a lot of, vehicles in that regard. His overall, how to describe it, strategic failure in actually maintaining fuel for any longer period of time. He's actually beginning to show some issues there as well. Of course, overall, it sort of denied him one up to get some armor up. Right now, I would strongly suggest just getting a Stuttgart. It would help versus the infantry, would also help versus the T-34 as long as you answers correctly. Until just giving him something until you then get a Panzer IV up, just a bit more something. Or an Ostman could also work if he's going to allow a bit more of the Panzer Rex. Either way though, I think a Panzer IV. Oh dear! Bit too slow than getting out of the building. T-34 almost down, by the way. Panzer moving forwards. But lost the MD-42. That's definitely going to need some replacement there from Steammachine. In fact, he's got plenty of manpower at the moment. Fuel caches would also be good, of course. But comes the running away. T-34 trying to get away desperately as the Panzer going to move up forwards. And we've got Fear Propaganda artillery going down here to cover the retreat. Excellently executed here by Katyusha, saving his T-34, pinning and forcing the Panzers to retreat. Well done by Katyusha. Very rarely done, but there we go. Well done. Save one T-34 there from total annihilation. And again, note here, Steammachine is rushing his back 40 there without much sense to it. Not necessarily the wisest idea there. Another T-34 on the way here for Katyusha's Steammachine. Seemingly up there for the Panzer IV. Again, a fuel cache, just, getting those fuel points and properly securing them would be good. Mines or anything. Seems like he's a bit focused on trying to catch the T-34. Almost got it, but again, just managed to get behind the building where the Pack 40 can't reach it. And then uses that to get away. And again, in this case, he's lucky it's only engineers. Otherwise, he could easily have lost that Pack 40 and handed it over to the communists. Conscripts moving in from the north here. Flak Panzer. No, he cancels it. Looks like he decides against it. Looks like he's very much going to be the Panzer IV here. That's Steammachine in for. But again, too much now being floated. MD-42s. More Panzer gunners. Just catch his overall choices. I think Steammachine should decide to sort of decide on. There you go. Second T-34 arriving there for Katyusha and the mechanized corps. Also floating a bit of manpower. Fuel caches would overall be a good choice there for Katyusha. Munitions caches or maybe something else. And that T-34 just needs to be repaired. Panzer is moving forwards. Another trench here being prepared. Rare to see your players so dedicated to trenches. Panzer going to be moving forwards here. One rocket connects. Moving ahead now. Holy moly. Most of the Panzer wipe. There we go. Rolling forward to grab the Panzer, turning against the Germans. Close to losing the conscripts there. Got away. Bun grenade there. Only kills Dimitri. Nothing really else, which is really wasted munitions there. And there you go. Panzer's going to be forced away there. Rather brutal engagement there for Steammachine. I do believe it's time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is Steammachine does have a lot of territory, but again, overall one of the bigger problems is he's never really held fuel. He's not done anything to sort of, try to help it a bit, by getting fuel caches. He's finally gotten some armor, but 23 minutes of Panzer IV like that is very late, actually. And it does highlight something compared to, for example, Katyusha having T-34s out much sooner. And overall had more, well, T-34s, they say, yeah, just Katyusha's right there in my mind, sort of like, did I say the right thing? But anyways, T-34's out, had a bunch of them more than his opponent already. So in that regard, we can see there's been a huge difference there in fuel between the two. Huge difference. I mean, 3 T-34s and a half track is a lot of fuel compared to single Panzer IV, which again does highlight, again, there's a large gap there between them. And overall, if Katyusha can keep that up, he should overall be able to dominate this fight to a certain extent. In particular, with the Panzers more and also the way that Steammachine does seem to slightly unfortunately use his Pack 40. So they have problems there. I mean, overall for Katyusha, I would suggest maybe getting support from company, something else to support the T-34s. Another half track could also be an interesting deal. Maybe a T-70 barge, you know, keeping up as it is already would overall be a good move. For Steammachine, again, there needs to be some changes. More fuel somehow needs to be secured. He needs to get some more Panzer gunners out, not just rely on them fully for Panzer 6. Or maybe some more Ostrom. Either way, he needs to be, and overall, there needs to be a plan as around defending either fuel point and sort of holding it. So, there you go. Let's head back to the fight here. As once more, Katyusha launches another assault here. The Panzer Grenadiers run all the way back. Panzer 4 going through some time. And there you go! Pack 40 again cleared out. Do not worry, Yuri. I am sure they were criminals. Enemies of the state. I'm pretty sure they were all heroes of the Soviet Union, Dmitri. I saw it. They had those badges. No, they were fake. Are you sure? Yes. Anyways, let's talk about him. We got scout cars on the way. He's actually getting lots of scout cars there. That's definitely interesting as well. Bit rare to see someone go for scout cars that late in game, and I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I mean, usually just not something people think about. But I mean, if you want to keep up mobile pressure, I mean, that's one way of doing it. Turn the trench there versus the Germans. No, getting out of it. T-34 rolling back. But it does highlight, I think, how much fuel here Katyusha does have. He does cancel it. Maybe a half that could have been better, but there we go. It does give a bit more mobility here versus Steammachine if he plays his cards correctly. Panzer rushing forward. Out of negative cover a bit recklessly, I think. Steammachine might be getting a bit careless here. I'm not entirely sure what he's thinking. He's got a pan for. Maybe he's all feeling like, you know, if I can deliver the final blow, I shall be a hero of Germany. He's sort of not quite thinking fully about what he's doing. He's just sort of, you know, want to finish it off. It seems now he's beginning to take possibly needless losses here. Almost getting one T-34 there, but again, noting the blizzard, you know, it's even more difficult to sort of pull off a long range assault like he's trying to do here. And certainly with the sort of longer defense here, I mean, Katyusha can sort of, you know, get off some good shots before even Steammachine's able to see him. Got a Pack 40 coming up as well. The Pack 40 definitely prone to be a huge problem for Steammachine. Panzer 4 infantry forced to fall back here. And one T-34 is already close to veterancy too. The Panzer 4 is not in halfway, well, halfway only. In fact, it is, silly me, but only halfway to veterancy 1. And there's definitely some problems here for Steammachine again. It's overall come down to the fact that in his plans, the fuel points never really seem to have factored in much. Right now, my suggestion would actually be quickly get the Sturmgeschütz support the Panzer 4, and then maybe getting a second Panzer 4. That way, you know, getting some cheaper firepower in terms of fuel, and that we sort of buff up his lines a bit more. Got more, so we got another MD-42 on the way finally. The pilot would like to also see a fuel cache somewhere, but otherwise the Stuka to follow up would be good. And overall, now we're seeing here Steammachine fleshing out his troops a lot more. We got another T-34 there on the way for Katyusha, which only highlights the need from Steammachine's side and the need to sort of get something in versus the tanks. Note here, Katyusha striking here and there with tanks and infantry, not willing to be tied down in one place at a time. Of course, in this case, he does end up with a bit of a problem as a Panzerfaust is like to go through there. Striking southwards again. Steammachine seems very interested enough focused on the south, which is a bit rarer to see.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Also from the building informing up support here. Good. Gutes Arbeit. And again going for the cut-off point. Panzer 4 being repaired. Bit of a silly position to do it in. You should at least get some fire up there for the Pioneers to warm themselves by. Right now again, Stug would be a good suggestion. I mean, he could play for a Panzer 4, but I think the Stug overall would much faster provide some armor support there. And just a bit more numbers. Katyusha is now the one floating a lot of manpower. I think that is himself also something he should be looking into. So dealing with again a fuel cache or two would be good for him. More infantry could also do well. Infantry were in fact wiped out here by the cold hand of the Panzerwaffe. So there we go, the Surge are really building up. Quite the armoured fist here versus Steammachine, with the Pack 4 to support it all. In that regard, he's got a Panther 4 and several Panther extra line. In fact, he's close to losing the Panther 4 already here. I mean, in that regard, you know, he shouldn't be sending that Panther 4. And what is he thinking here? I mean, it's a building ready to collapse, and overall, it's not really angled sort of defending towards here. I have no idea what he's thinking. I think that might have been a slight, you know, mistake there from Steammachine. But overall, it's a very tactically poor decision. Again, note, you can't defend through here because, well, there's a door. The other sides are here and here. This is mostly where he's going to be coming from. This is less likely. And overall, and more importantly, it's a shed that's about to collapse. I mean, it's not exactly an armoured concrete bunker from the Siegfried Wall or the Maginot Line. It's a wooden shack somewhere in the eastern front where some guy named Boris lives and he's borscht, he steals. And there we go, collapsed. Panther 4, they're rolling back. Conscripts with Panther coming up, T-34's moving in. Panther 4 though, finding a bit veteran. Of course now he's down to 2 Panther to deal with. He's getting another Panther 4. So no Pack 40 in right here. We do see there's a bit of a problem here with Steammachine strategy and tactics as the game sort of progresses. And overall, Katyusha's plan seems to be much sort of, you know, sharper. And overall, he's also making good use of his armor versus opponent, which overall gives him a lot more potency and strength. But now we do see Steammachine has both fuel points. Of course, the question is how long that's going to last this time around. Ostrom here versus conscripts. Bit surrounded here up close. They do have cover and they do have the other bonuses here. The conscripts are taking quite a lot of damage. The difference is though they're not really taking a lot of casualties, whereas the Ostrom rather rapidly suffered one, which does cut down their damage a bit as well. But there we go. Can they get that? Plus they've also been hunted down in the first place, which really didn't help either. But ultimately they do win this. They do win this. But then a fresh conscript squad more arrives, and now they just have to get out of there. They go fuel lost. Getting more constant. Now we've just seen Katyusha flooding the field with infantry as well, whereas Steammachine is not really doing much towards that. And we got an MD-42 there, not recruit either. Concepts there being run off.
Shoots in here. Ready as we'll ever be. Yeah.
That looks like he recruited. Gute Arbeit, Jungs. So of course, and now we got a 4th T-34 on the way, and we're noting here now Steammachine's, you know, armored anti-tank defense are beginning to become, well, increasingly inadequate. He's either going to need a lot more packs or more armor or something, but overall, I mean, the way overall that Katyusha now can bring his armored fist to bear against Steammachine, things are not looking good. So overall, pretty risky at this point, pretty risky. T-34s continue to keep kills. Of course, the Panzer Grenadiers are not really able to do much here versus the infantry with all those Panzer tricks they have. We should get some regular ones at the very least. But there you go, another Pack 40 arriving. And the MD team there was lost, handing over one there to the Russian commander. Not good either for Steammachine. His decision making seems to be getting a bit more erratic here, perhaps a bit more desperate. Desperate to sort of rectify the situation he sort of managed to place himself in. We do not get a Stug now finally to sort of support the Panzer IV. It would give him more firepower. Of course, the Stug has a higher range than the Panzer IV, but also a higher rate of fire, which allows it to sort of provide covering fire, say, for the Panzer IV. Reasonably well with the Panzer IV, then absorbing the fire, where the Stug sort of then does more. And then, of course, you get target recoil on the Stug, that's even better. There we go. Concept taking heavy loss there from the Panzerkampfwagen. And there we go, we got a Soviet armoured column here moving northwards. Ready to crush Steammachine if he's not careful. Go. Rather close there. if Steam Machine sort of senses anything due to all the sun and all that, he might of course prepare for defense up here. The Pack 40s, Panzer 6, the Panzer 4 and the Stug. I mean, if you can set up the Stug correctly, for example, that can do quite a lot for him. What? Sync error detected. That's weird. That is very weird. Right. My apologies there. I have zero clue as to what just happened there, anything. Basically, I got a sync error. I just stopped to watch it through, and one thing happened compared to what would, well, it happened when I actually observed the match to, record and, well, later cast it. So I'm not sure what's actually going on here, but we'll keep at it. I know it's going to happen again, but overall, that was very strange. Basically, a glitch of a sense where something went off the rails as it shouldn't. But anyways, Panther with Stug support here. Ostrom holding about. Unit here taking heavy fire from the T-34 running forwards. There we go. Blast away, bombarding. 200 points here for Steam Machine. He's Panther moving against Stug moving up here. Panther coming on fire from the T-34s. Needs to be careful. 4-6, 4-6. There you go. Crunch with Stug running hit. Stug not really good position either. Not entirely sure what he's thinking there. Pack 40 not ready up to support either. Panzerfaust needs to go off here. Panzerfaust, Chanel. The T-34 taking hits. Stug a bit too rapidly. Pulled back, I think. A bit too rapidly there by Steam Machine. Ostrom almost wiped out. Crunch moving ahead here. Panzer firing. Stug moving up slowly, surely. And there you go. Ostrom wiped out. Stug firing away, getting off the shot, not quite connecting. Steam Machine there, though, getting a shot through there with Sturmgeschütz. T-34 also rolling away. Half the force further back here for repairs and whatnot. Pack moving up. Moving in a Stug. Pack 40 and the Ostrom leading behind the Panzer 4 here. Not entirely sure what Steam Machine is thinking. Then pulling back the Stug and the Pack. Ostrom firing away.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Right, sorry about that. Just taking some here. You got Panzer 4, Pack 40 here rolling back. T-34's here rolling back. Stug trying to get away. Got a field gun moving up. Panzer's here covering. T-34's also seeing reversal repairs. Panzer's firing out the Ostrom rush away. We've got officer moving northwards here. Stug pulling back here with Panzer 4. Shot going off the Panzer 6. Stug needs to be a bit careful here. 4-6, 4-6. T-34's almost repaired. Engage here again. Panzer. Not really sure why he's trying to engage here. Not really looking good for him. Bit wasteful if anything. There you go. T-34's rapidly joining in, and no one still change repairs here. So not entirely sure what's happening here for Steam Machine. Not entirely sure what's happening here. T-34's going to spearhead the charge. No Pack 40, which by the way has been pulled back. Stug, Panzer 4 also pulls back, making him rather vulnerable here. Panzer 4 there receiving some repairs. There you go, MG42 up here by the T-34s. Things are quickly falling back apart here for Steam Machine with us, playing well, but now something's just not quite working out for him. T-34 flanking in.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And Stug here getting flanked. Ah, Scheiße. Nine. Kans gets rushing in from another side as well. This is pretty terrible here for Steam Machine. Pack 40 moving up. But it is too late, and there goes Stug, rapidly knocked out. It's got the T-34s there rushing in. M2 following up to support as well. Nicely executed there by Katyusha versus Steam Machine. Panzer 4 receiving repairs. But looking pretty bad here for Steam Machine. Pack 40 there, stolen away under the nose here of Steam Machine as well. Looking bad, machine gun fire here, breaking out. Car's got moving through the north here straight to the Panzer 4. And takes a rather punishing hit there. Troops there reinforcing. Go T-34 receiving repairs again. Stealing another MG42 their way. I mean, overall now, Katyusha's got a ton of equipment there of the German kind, whereas Steam Machine's barely got anything, certainly no infantry either. This is looking pretty bad. Securing some points there. You got munitions being traded for. Got a propaganda war going down here, the Panzer Grenadiere. Just swiftly deal with them.
Blizzard conditions are imminent.
Panzer IV's ready, but there's not really much to do with it. There we go, moving out, moving out. Not quite retreating there. Got an MG42 constantly to counteract deal with the fascist hitting right there. T-34 moving in. There we go, shutting down the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV all in his own. Not really got much to do here. Pretty bad situation. Pretty bad situation for the Panzer IV. There we go, Panzerkampfwagen 4 kaputt. Vetri 2 there for the T-34, now 2 T-34s, Vetri 2. Overall, very potent force there for Katyusha as steam machines continue to fall apart. Like a house of cards in, well, a blizzard, if you will. Officer wipe, not really a lot of units left here for steam machine. Not a lot left at all. We got more Panzer there on the way. Pointing secure, fire pits going down there to sort of ensure they don't freeze their behinds off in the cold. Full pop cap here, by the way, for Katyusha, so he can't actually get any more units, which rather is causing his flow. Panzer Grenadier on the way for steam machine.
Assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
Troops they're holding up. Moving forward, moving forward. Largely parked up here for the time being here, Mr. Katyusha. Seems rather passive here for the time being. This seems a bit focused in the south. Just not sure what happened there. Apparently someone froze to death. Field gun covering there. All of a sudden, very quiet here on the battlefield. Not really a lot happening between the two, but there we go. Panzer's moving forward. Trench to the country, a mortar going off in the trench. There we go. Units are going on fire. T-34's rolling up. The Soviet armoured fist seeks out more things to will punch down. And there we go. So Panzer Grenadier not stand a chance. Not entirely sure again what it is with steam machine and structurally unsafe buildings. Particularly as Panzer, and there you go. Ostrom in the trench got turned into Ostrom in a barbecue pit, and there you go. Panzer going straight into the MG42. And at this point, I'm just actually going to stop because at this point, steam machine just does nothing for the rest of the match, which only makes things even more confusing if you then consider the little glitch that happened. Anyways, that's rather it for this match here. Pretty interesting match in some regards. But all the problem for steam machine was, as the fight progressed, there were some rather curious tactical decisions there with his armour, his infantry. He had intensive stuff in them into basically positions where they weren't really safe. And overall, the problem was also in an inability to actually hold on to the fuel very well, which overall gave a strategic advantage there, Katyusha, in terms of fuel, and overall allowed him to dominate the fight pretty solidly. Fuel caches would have helped out steam machine. More regular panzers would all help so that way apply pressure versus the infantry. So there are some things there easily I think steam machine could have done better in this fight. But overall, some interesting play there with Ostrom, officers and trenches, very rare to see. And also nice to see some NKVD rifle there from the Soviet player as well. So overall, nicely played there, but again, a bit of a weird event for me overall, considering things are, and if for some reason either player sees this and for some other reason the match actually played out differently for them, feel free to send in the other replay, because at this point I'm not sure what's right or wrong. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone, and send a replay on some feedback in the comment section. If this is Imperial Dancing, cheers and thank you all for watching. Bye.